அங்க நிறைய இருக்காங்க கூப்பிட்டு பேசலாம் வீடியோ
I'll remove this.
Secure. Yes.
Good morning, Toastmasters. How are you today?
Fabulous.
Awesome. So before we commence the meeting, there are a few agenda changes. In agenda, the title of Chelakanan's speech is "Knock the Challenge and Look for New Opportunities." Satish, since you are the evaluator.
Okay.
Knock the challenge and look for new opportunity. If you want to note it down. That's the only change, and we are awaiting Sailesh and Mohita has gone to pick him up, I think. Yeah. Other than that, the agenda is pretty much the same. So we have a very short agenda. We'll wrap it up on time. That's my promise. Okay. Now with that, the theme for today is something that is very close to my heart. Very close to my heart. Because the attention span of individuals are coming down in this TikTok world. We can hold the attention of anyone only for a very few seconds. You have to use that, you have to use your hook to capture that attention and then hold it from there onwards. So the theme for today is narratives, the business of storytelling. Narrative is a special form of storytelling, which is what we are going to look at today. 26th of January 2009. The place was Louis in Kentucky. It is a very small, unassumed town in Kentucky, in United States. There was a 2-room post office, a very small post office operated by 2 postmasters. Their names are Joanne Bell and Becky Goin. So these 2 postmasters, when they walked into their office, post office, on 26th of January, it was like just like any other cloudy day. But as the day passed by, something interesting started happening, right? It started to drizzle. Over a period of time, as the day went by, the drizzle became rain, and the rain turned to the rain became snow, sleet, and then finally it turned to be ice. They thought, okay, it is just another day. It is like it rained yesterday, right? It was complete surprise for us. So they thought, okay, it's just another day. It is raining, snowing. Fine, it will be all right, right? But it was not all right. What happened later is a huge snowstorm that swept across the Kentucky state. And what happened later is there was no electricity. From that day onwards, there was no electricity for 19 days. And no phone for 17 days. And the internet was cut off for 23 days. Such big was the impact. But these 2 postmasters, what they did is, they could have easily it's a small town post office. They could have easily shut down that and they could have moved on. But they didn't do that. What they did is, they used a battery operated calculator and then they lived in their offices like we did when the pandemic struck, right? We lived in our offices for those who did critical work with one old styled gas stove. So whatever groceries they had, but they said we are not shutting down the post office. The post office is going to run. We are going to live here in this two-room office. We will use this gas stove and this battery-operated calculator, and we will run the post office. This is a story from United States Postal Service, and the town they were serving. This is what is the most fascinating. The town that they served had only 98 residents. So they operated this post office in such a fashion for just 98 residents. And this is in line with the United States Postal Service creed, which is neither snow nor rain nor heat nor gloom of night stays us from doing our day-to-day job. And what happened later is not just the Kentucky, but that snowstorm swept across the central plains of the United States, and it eventually shut down 36,000 post offices in the whole of United States. 36,000 post offices were shut down, but this one was still running. What is more interesting about this story is this story was used as a hook in one of the boardroom meetings. More about it later. Now we'll get on to the business for today. As like any other Toastmasters meeting generally has 3 sections, which is prepared speeches, table topics and evaluations. But Meraki meeting is special. We have 4 sections. The first section being the management book review. So to do management book review, we have someone very special. But before we get on to management book review, I will introduce the grammarian for today, grammarian Toastmaster Sailesh from KCG. If you can introduce your role, Sailesh. The word of the day. And the word of the day is anecdote. Anecdote.
Hi, I'm Toastmaster Sailesh and I'll be the grammarian for today. Basically, my job includes not exactly correcting the grammar, but giving you the opportunity to improve yourself in that aspect. And I'll also provide constructive criticism on how you can implement your skills in a much larger scale. And the word for today is anecdote. I'm guessing it means reference to something, but if not, you can please Google yourself. We have not really come early today, so that will be my word of the day. So,
sure. Thank you so much, Sailesh. Anecdote is used in noun form today. So anecdote means story. So anything you can narrate as an anecdote. So you feel free to use this word called anecdote. Wherever you use story, substitute that with the anecdote and see how it sounds. We have the timer role is played by Toastmaster Mohita from KCG. Mohita, if you can explain your role. Yeah, yes, please.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters. So I am Mohita from KCG Youth Masters and Toastmasters Club. I'll be the timer for today's meeting. As a timer, my role is to just intimate how much time you have spoken, so that you know when to stop and when to start. And with any small gesture or even if you uttered a word, I'd start my timing. And this is just to know that you don't cross your limit, because that's my role, to just intimate your speech timing. So thank you.
Thank you, Mohita. Thank you. With that, let's get on to the business for today. We have management book reviewer, Toastmaster Priya Ganesh. She is planning to review this book from Robin Sharma called Who Will Cry When You Die? Over to you, Toastmaster Priya Ganesh. And by the way, when I asked Priya as to what is that one story that she remembers, she was referring to that balloon story from the You Can Win by Shiv Khera. I refreshed that story.